spreading out all over the place, so trying me. You want me to scoot over?
Okay.
Although I do hate this seat.
Okay. And I have to turn on my microphone?
No.
No?
It's up here from the ceiling now.
Okay. I'm right here on camera. Hello, welcome. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please stay standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. All right. Mr. Hoball, are there any additions or changes to the agenda items?
No.
Any public comments?
No.
Okay, perfect. Mr. Hoball, your superintendent report.
Thank you. So I first want to start by welcoming our newest board member, who's officially been sworn in and is now a member of the school board Ward. So good to have you back, Mr. Ward, as part of this.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity.
Yes. Tell us the thing that you're most excited about with joining our board.
Well, the opportunity to work with three former students and one former board member.
Yeah.
Okay. We're very excited.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a very good answer. Mark that one down. You did a good job at your first meeting. All right, keep going, Mr. Hoball.
Next, we will pass this on to Mrs. Cox and presentation from North Salem Elementary School.
All right.
Yes.
Love your sweater. You can come on up here with me.
She's very fun.
We don't need a microphone. I'm loud enough, right?
Yeah.
We don't need a
Yeah,
microphone.
no microphone needed.
Okay, so for North Salem, just for North Salem community too, and so it'll be an area that the community can enjoy as well. So I'll let him talk a little bit about it, and then I'll answer any questions you might have after.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Cox.
Hi, my name is Eric Worthington, like Mrs. Cox said.
Eric, sorry, you can tell me to move on the next slide whenever you need to.
Okay. So my plan for North Salem Elementary, next slide please. I've divided up into these 7 areas. And in area 3, right there at the corner, I was planning on doing a butterfly garden for the school. So that way the kids can come out and just do like a little, yes. So right above where you can see the gravel, just a little further up is the softball diamonds.
Uh-huh.
Right
Thank you,
there we go.
thank you.
Sorry.
Now we
And
got it.
a little over to the left would be the school.
Okay.
And my plan was to do a butterfly garden so the kids, they can come out, they can do, if a teacher had like a planned assignment that they want to do out there, they could do one with nature. They could do it at the butterfly garden and just be out there. You can go next slide. So the main plan for the 7 areas is just to clean it all up, to make it look very nice for the kids to come out. They can have fun, and they can also do their work out there and just be out in nature. So this one, it would just be cleaning up that middle area, making it nice, planting some wildflowers and removing the brush. And yeah, just getting all that, what would be bad for the kids if they were walking. I was planning on doing something to make it sure that the kids knew not to. Wasn't sure about that yet, but making it so they knew not to. And so it's just nice for them to be out there. You can thumb through slides. So making it nice for them, I feel like, because as a kid, I was not the best at staying still. I have ADHD, and going out into nature, that was one of my main joys in life, because I love being outside. I just the feel of it, the feel of the sun on me, and just being able to go outside and take a break from being stuck in the classrooms, it just felt amazing. On the island days where we took the tests and then we go home and we didn't have any homework, I just went outside immediately right after I dropped my bag off and just was hanging out with my friends, playing basketball and all that. And so giving the kids a similar opportunity like that, but in the middle of the school day, where they still have to do some work the teacher gave them, but also be nice for them to just take a break from all of the stress and being stuck inside a classroom.
Yes.
I know some students over there that are gonna like that.
So, this one specifically, I'm planning on labeling the trees, so it could also be part of an assignment. I was planning on doing it throughout them, but this one is the major one since it's already very nicely cleaned up for the most part. And yeah. So,
You want me to join in with you at all?
you what?
You want me to join in with you at all?
Sure.
Okay.
Step in whenever you want to.
Okay, a couple of things. If any of you have been back there, years and years ago, when I first became principal, the PTO was trying to do some cleanup in that area. And they really wanted to put in a garden path or a walking path, a nature path, whatever you want to call it. And it really kind of got overshadowed with a lot of the playground improvements that they did at the time. And so it fell to the wayside. So this fall, it was really late summer, early fall, actually my husband and I were out there, and it still gets mowed. There's still a little bit of a path, but there are huge piles of, it's really just debris. It's the brush. It's all been kind of pushed off to the side. So I'm sure it's full of critters. I know that there are like some old giant chunks of cement and some things that got thrown out there like during construction or whatever. It's just got some areas that are probably not so safe. So one of the things that we said is, when he came to talk to me about a project, I said, I don't know if this is too big or not, but one of the things I would love is if all of that debris was cleaned up, because it is a great place. I mean, whether it's during softball games and you've got a break between tournaments and you want a nice shaded area to play, or like he said, during the class day, to go out there. So they are gonna take it even a step further with labeling trees, trying to do some additional planting. So it should be an area that everybody can access, but really just making it safe and cleaned up to where we can access it with the kids, because right now it wouldn't be a place I'd feel really comfortable sending them.
Yeah, sure.
Just because I don't know if the skunk's coming out of the brush or if a limb's gonna fall on them. So, getting that all cleaned up so we can utilize it. So I don't know if that puts it in a little bit more perspective.
I love this. My kids play out there a lot because softball games and stuff. So I will just make one request. Maybe leave one climbing tree because they really like to, those boys, they love to climb. But it does need, you're right, Mrs. Cox, there's a lot of debris and some things that were unsafe that you'd have to kind of keep a closer eye
And
on when they're playing on
The
it.
closer you are to the school, that further west end of it, closer to the school, is where it's the absolute worst. As you get further towards the east and over towards the parking lot, it is cleared out a little bit more, which is, some of that view, and it's definitely a lot easier to navigate through some of those areas. But as you first enter from the hill side, it's pretty nasty. So it'll be nice to have that.
So when I did this at where I teach, I kind of did the same thing. I have a big yard area, and Walmart donated lawn chairs to me for $5 a piece. And so that could be something you could look into, or Mrs. Cox, and then when the kids go out there, everybody takes a chair and they all have their workspace.
That's cool. Yeah.
Great project. Thank you.
Nice.
for
Yes,
your
this
time
is
and
great.
this,
Thank you.
and it is much needed, so thank you.
Yeah, and then, but what you have to do is you have to promise me that when it's done, you take
Yes.
new pictures
I will.
and talk to Mrs. Cox and Dad about coming to see us again,
Okay.
okay?
I'll do that.
Please do.
Our plan, me and my dad, our plan was to do like a compare slideshow
Yes.
of before and after.
Yes,
Anyway,
definitely.
so that works out perfectly.
That's your dad's Tri-West education. That's how he got
Yeah.
that.
Well,
Yes.
and one more thing, just to, pat him on the back, they're really working with, just some local businesses to help, look at how we, use some of that debris, turn it into
Yes.
mulch, some of those fallen limbs, things like that. And so, just a little bit of outreach to some of our local communities too, that we've talked a lot about during this project planning. So I think that's great
This is
too.
great. You've taken on a lot, and I love that you have Mrs. Cox's leadership and her help, because she'll be able to make big things happen for you too.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Thank you.
Way to go,
Great.
way to go.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
all
thank
all
you
very
so
for
much.
your time.
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be ready for
Very
your next time you come in and see us.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Cox.
Absolutely.
Mr. Hoball.
Yeah, next I'd like to, there's always a lot of staff recognized, but I really wanted to point out, now, it's been a few days, but with the recent almost blizzard, what was called big snow, our custodians and maintenance crew did a phenomenal job. When I tried to have school on the 2nd, and the good Lord said you're not because of the wind, but believe it or not, they had the buildings ready to go. They got in here by Monday afternoon. They got everything plowed, sidewalks were ready, like, the school corporation was ready to go on Monday.
Okay.
So I was very impressed. I just really thank them, because sometimes I know the work they do does not get lauded, and you just kind of expect it.
Sure.
Yes,
And,
it's a big
I
job.
mean, they did a phenomenal job, so I really appreciate all the
Good.
work the custodians and the maintenance guys put into getting everything ready after all that snow.
But also, thank you for snow plowing as well at Pittsburgh Elementary. You got out there with the snow guy or whatever. What's
It was
that?
fun.
Snow blower,
Yeah.
yeah.
The snow
And,
blower.
cleared those sidewalks, so thank you for doing
Yes.
that.
You're welcome.
Yes. I'm not sure where you're gonna find a superintendent that's out snow blowing, so
Mm-mm.
add that to our way
Yeah.
that we're proud of you and appreciate
Add
you.
another hat to it.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, give him another hat.
That part's fun.
Yeah, you can do that all day.
Finally, the last piece goes kind of along with that. So the Indiana Department of Education put out to school corporations that because of the kind of severe amount of snow and whatever it was dealing with the state, we were allowed to apply for waivers to possibly get back some of those days that we had to take off. So I applied for a couple days because the first day on that Monday, the county kind of had us all shut down.
Yes.
Day 2 was pretty severe and bad, and I knew by day 3, the other side of our county all went to school. So I applied for 2, and we were granted those 2.
Perfect.
So essentially what that means to everybody out there, we now have 2 more asynchronous school days we can use, and we do not have to go
Yay.
synchronous.
Some cheers from the crowd.
Hopefully, we won't need them, but thank you to the state. I really appreciate the
Yes.
opportunity. I really appreciate they approving those 2 days so that we're still back on 2 more asynchronous days we can use. So that is all just phenomenal,
Good.
great
Which
stuff.
comes, really, really helps the community, because those synchronous versus asynchronous
Yes,
make a really big difference, so.
yes.
Thank you, thank you. All right, and now what we need to do is we need to approve the consent agenda. We have our minutes from executive session on January 13th, a regular session on January 13th, and executive session on January 21st, a special session on January 27th, an executive session on January 27th, a special session on February 5th. Then we have our payment of claims, our financials, our payroll report, our personnel report, and our student transfer request. Is there a motion
Yes.
to approve the consent agenda?
Yes.
I have a first from JD. Is there a second?
Second?
I have a second from Ron. There's been a first and a second to approve the consent agenda. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All in favor, same sign. Motion passes. And next, we have our action items. Mr. Hoball, will you elaborate a little bit on our action items for our compensation for non-certified staff and bus drivers for snow days?
Yes, so in our actual non-certified handbook, it states that our 260 employees get compensated for, the days when the county shuts you down. It's my belief, and as we've, had some conversations about the possibility of actually paying our staff. It's not money, it's not extra money we're paying anybody. We're planning on paying this money when they go asynchronous. And on a day when the county actually shuts you down and won't let you even get out of your house necessarily, I feel like it's hard enough for some folks to make ends meet, but I think this is something we could do as a school corporation to at least help.
Yes.
I like to try to set a precedent like that if we were in the situations where we can do that. And then in tandem with that would be paying the bus drivers for those snow days that they didn't get to provide bus transportation that.
Outside of their
they're-
control.
Exactly.
Outside of their control.
Yep.
Do I have a first to pass the compensation for non-certified staff and the bus drivers for those snow days? I have a first?
Yes.
I have a second?
Yes.
Any discussion?
Nope.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Next, we have our SAS Parent Handbook. Mr. Hoball?
Yep, so every year we come to you to get approval before we hit the ground running on our summer school program and then our SAS, which is our after-school program for next year. There's really no changes in verbiage or anything like that. The only thing, as we always look at, is raising rates, and we raise Cubs a little bit more, so always try to not do both at the same time. I don't want to really overly burden folks, but we have, everything's gone up with inflation, and looking at the numbers, felt comfortable raising the rate $2 a week. So I felt like that's pretty minimal for our during the year rates, and then summer school went up $5. So just asking for your approval of being able to raise those rates for this coming year.
And I like that, I always appreciate that you do the minor raises every year or instead of the big lump sum all at once, because that hurts our families financially more than that, so I appreciate that. Is there a motion to approve the SAS Parent Handbook?
I'll make a motion.
I got a first from Brad, a second.
Second.
From Ron. There's been a first and a second to approve the SAS Parent Handbook. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. The motion passes. All right, Mr. Hoball, next. Permission to void and remove outstanding checks.
This is a legal requirement in the school corporation that any check that is over 2 years old, we have to basically get off the books. So you, in your board packet, received a list of all those checks that we had for folks that didn't cash them. So just asking your permission to void those checks, and then we're going to reach out to a lot of our staff members who happen to be on the list, which to find out
Notice that.
if we can get a new one to them, and then folks always have the right, and we will always do that they contact us and find out, hey, wait a minute, I didn't get paid for that we can
Okay.
reissue the check.
And it's even if it's past the 2 years?
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
but we have to get them off the books.
You have to get them off the book. And they've been on the books for 2 years. You wait, you give
You
people
wait, give them 2 years to cash the
plenty of
check.
time
Yep.
to, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Do I have a motion for the permission to void and remove outstanding checks?
Yes.
I have a first from JD. Is there a second?
Second.
I have a second from Emily. There's been a first and a second to approve the permission to void and remove outstanding checks. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Mr. Hoball, the Model UN overnight trip to IU for the competition.
So I'd like to have the board's permission to approve an overnight trip for kids. They're doing 2 nights down at IU. Model UN, which is one of our clubs, this is one of their, it's the state one, Ms. Tricker's here to help too. I'm not sure it's the state competition, I think it is for them. Kind of like a culmination for them to go down there. And then be able to, just have a little time with their friends. But you guys have in your packets what that outline looks like.
Yes.
Like I said, Ms. Tricker's here to answer any
Yeah,
questions.
can I ask you some questions? I know it's in here, but just for everyone else to know. How many students do you have in your club?
It looks like there's
4.
about 15 kids going down for the event itself. So good representation. It's
Is it all 9 through 12 or is
Yeah,
it
it's looks like it's 9 through 11
9 through
So-
11?
on that list, a mixture of male and female students, and
Mhm.
they work really hard. They look forward to it. I think it's a good opportunity to experience it, the actual lessons that they do, but also meet other kids from around the
Oh, yeah.
state.
Make
that
those
have similar
contacts.
interests.
And that's what we've spent a lot of time talking about as a board, is the need for our children to be out experiencing real world things. So this
Yeah.
should be very exciting for them. Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Tricker. Do I have a motion to approve the Model UN overnight trip to IU for competition? I'll do a first. First from
Second.
Jamie, a second from Ron. Any discussion? We have a first and a second, no discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
Thank you.
We don't have any discussion items. Mr. Hoball, has that changed in any way?
No, there's some coming next month though.
Okay, so
So
I'm
just
good.
to let you know, put people on the edge of their seat.
I am, I'm barely holding on over
First
here.
draft of calendar. It's that time of
You know
year.
that's my favorite time.
I know, so
So I
that'll
can
be
plan
coming.
3 years
and
ahead.
We'll have at least one, hopefully a few more policies that we've been
Okay.
working on, but I just get them all put together yet.
Very exciting things. Please come back in March for those reveals. Our calendar items, the kiddos will be on winter break, February 13th through the 16th. Exciting work session here on March 10th at 5:30. I invite all to attend. They're riveting. And then we have our board meeting at 6:30 after that work session. And I think that's it. We adjourn at a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second. Let's go.
6:51.
This was a fun meeting.
Mr. Ward?